been different, but the long days are definitely long, but
I bet.
the
And
rest
I bet the
is not
kids
too
miss their dad. I bet, yeah, it's just hard all around. So,
bad.
but seriously, so amazing. Just, and I know you're doing MBF and the MBFA and
So
trying to just balance coaching and your husband leaving. So it's been such an
it's
incredible
been a
for
lot.
me to watch you just go through all this. And you had awesome, I know I'm going to let you take over, but you had awesome results through it all. And it's just been really fun. And she was able, and she'll talk about this too, she was able to get in this test group because she hit Success Club. You'll have to, was it December? Did you hit it in December or was it January?
January, February, and March.
And then she was like March was the cutoff date. So she literally hit it and then she got to
Yeah,
be
it
in the
was like
test
right
group.
away.
Yeah, so that was so cool. So she's kind of, another girl hit it, but I don't think she ended up going through with the test group because with pregnancy and stuff. But yeah, you're kind of our first Heart and Hustle girl that's been experienced a test group. I have not even experienced it. Well, Brooke, I don't know if Brooke's on here. I know she's in the pregnancy one, but it's a little different. So I'm gonna let you take over, Kayla. If you don't mind just introducing yourself, how you got started with coaching, and kind of just your journey so far, and we'll take it from there.
Alrighty. So like Brooke said, I'm Kayla. I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. My husband's deployed for a year, and I'm a realtor and a property manager, also as a part-time coach. So I'm busy most of the time, run around chasing kids, but I get up early and get it done. I started coaching because I have PCOS, so I'm already at risk for a lot of health conditions, and I didn't want that to define me. I really struggled once I was diagnosed with it. And then I did fertility to conceive my son, but then I wanted to be healthy for him, so I started on my health journey and just kicked my own butt basically. And then I was in the best shape of my life and didn't have to do fertility for a second one. So that was pretty exciting. I want to do coaching because I live in a town where I know absolutely nobody. Anyone I know is only because they work with my husband. So my parents have land about 20 minutes away, but they live 3 hours away normally. So we're pretty alone over here. So I'm trying to build some connections and have some friends around. But
Really
I
quick,
was just,
you live in West
yes,
Burlington, right?
I do,
It's
yes.
like kind of crazy because there's a lot of coaches that like,
They're
or at
done.
least on our team that are from that area or currently live in that area. So you'll have to make
It's
some coach
nice.
friends down there, just so you
Oh
know.
yeah, for sure. Um, Basically how I hit Success Starter is I signed up everyone as a coach. I didn't really make it a choice. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna sign you up as this. If you don't want to do it, that's fine, but you're gonna do it the first month and then you can go from there. And I've had a couple people fall in love with the products, especially like Shakeology and Energize for a lot of them. But I basically just don't give them the choice. I just sign up and then I took the personal out of like inviting, like the personal fear of it, and just started inviting people. After that call we had with Katie Schultes, or I just did what she did and just started inviting people. I didn't care. And I was surprised because even people I knew that I never thought would be into it are still on my team now. And they're doing well. And I'm surprised because I never even thought that was something they would want to do. Um,
So what if
okay.
you were to give like 2 to 3 tips, what would you say to new coaches? Would you say what would you say for them to hit Success Starter?
Just present it as much as possible. Get your spouse underneath you as fast as possible. Just give it to everybody the option. Don't overthink it. Don't rely on that one person, and don't put all the pressure on yourself to rely on one person. The more the merrier. The more people you talk to, eventually you're going to get somebody to say yes, or at least ask for more information. You wouldn't be surprised how many people actually ask for more information. I had 2 of them that I signed up to hit me diamond, just like, okay, I'm ready. And I haven't even talked to them in a couple months. I was just out of nowhere. I guess just inviting, I don't want to say take your heart out of it, but don't be upset when they say no. But that would basically.
And I feel like from just like me watching you, you are so good at like consistently sharing and showing up every day. So like, I feel like that's maybe when you invite people, they're like, okay, I've been watching you for the last 6 months. Like, let's
Yeah.
do this. So like, I feel like that when you're consistently sharing on social media and getting results like you have been, like those conversations.
They watch, they know.
Yeah.
And then if you message them, the algorithms are they're gonna make you appear more on their stuff. So there's no reason not to. Just keep messaging them and asking them, and be a pain in the butt sometimes, because eventually they'll come back and they'll say, yes, this is from here, or they'll leave you alone. MBF, they say it's 25 to 40 minutes, but I would say most of them run 35 minutes for MBF, and then closer to 40 for MBFA. I was surprised at how heavy I could lift, especially in some of there's 2 different combos. You'll do like one move, and then you'll do a combo of it. And then some of those are harder because you can't lift as heavy in the second one, but because you have the one move, you keep the same weight, and it forces you to kind of level up without even thinking about it. The core days have AMRAPs, which is as many reps as possible. So at the very end, you just push yourself, which was great for me, because as soon as the faster you get through it, the faster you move and you get going, and you get done with it. So it makes the time go by a lot faster. And then on, I think Friday or Saturday is every minute on the minute. And that was great too, because if you're competitive and you want to get done as fast as possible, then you just get done, and then you have the rest of the minute to relax and just take it all in from there. So you have to have so much rest time, but the faster you get done, the more rest time you get. And that was a motivator for me. But you have to make sure you're lifting heavy enough too, because if you finish too soon, she'll correct you too about that.
So what was there's EMOM, like every minute on the minute, and what was the other one?
It's called AMRAP, and it's as many reps as possible. So you'll do like, I think it was 3 exercises and then just like a normal jump rope. But you do them throughout, the same 3 every Tuesday and the same 3 every Thursday, all through MBF, and they switch for MBFA.
So would you say it's like comparable? If like, are you familiar with CrossFit at all? I feel like
I'm not, but I think that similar to the way that Lift 4 works. Like you lift and then you do cardio, and then that kind of rotation through it. But it's also the same DJ that was in Morning Meltdown 100. So she teaches the beat of his music. So it kind of is like, I think it's a cross between the two if I had to pick anything that it's similar to. But it's definitely, you do like a move, heavy weight, and then you spike your heart rate up with the jump ropes.
Did you have the cordless jump ropes the whole time?
I did, yeah. I got them like the day before. But don't feel bad if you're super uncoordinated with them at the beginning, because you do have a dominant hand when you jump rope normally, but the one hand takes over. So if you're smacking yourself, don't feel bad, because that was like the whole first week.
That's awesome. What were your results? And I know I've like said them a few times, but like
I lost 16 pounds and 14 inches through the whole time. And I did 2B mindset for my nutrition for the most part. And I was on point pretty much the whole time. There was only a couple of times where I didn't eat and I had some drinks or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
but it's a game. I mean, you need the energy because she just whips you into shape. And she says clean week preps you up for it, but I feel like she's like a whole nother level. But I also feel like that video sample that came out when they first released it looks a lot more intimidating than what it actually is. It's like not the prep video, but for the marketing video, when it came out, I was like, holy crap. And you just overthink it and think that it's going to be too hard, but so it could intimidate some people who aren't quite up to the level of like the normal instead of the modifier. But there's a modifier for everything. And a lot of it's just lessen your range of motion and your weight.
Awesome. That makes me excited for it.
It's so fun.
Yeah. Would you say it's like comparable like to 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme, like the different?
I've honestly never done either of those, so I'm not sure if it would be.
In my head, that's what I keep like thinking, like, oh, it'll just be like kind of the same, but just more.
The only difference really in MBF and MBFA is she adds Megan minutes. So after each like block of workout, then she adds her own like just solid minute of doing the same move. And so really they're only a couple minutes difference, but it does feel longer because you're working, definitely.
Okay, I have a few questions that I'm going to ask you that I didn't send you. I was just thinking, like, what would you tell us? You know, you've obviously done it. We'll have access to it tomorrow, but like, how are you talking to people about it? What are you saying that like I don't know, could use, or how are you explaining it to people?
I just think it's going to be a total game changer for everyone. It's something fun and it's upbeat, and it went by so fast. Despite everything else that's going on, it flew by the program. And she's very inspirational, and she peps you up, and she also doesn't mess around. Like, she means business. So I was just saying it's a total game changer. I mean, I have a core for the first time in like 2.5 years, 3 years. I had back-to-back C-sections, and I finally, my back doesn't hurt because I have a core now. And I can feel it.
That is awesome. So cool.
It was so fun.
And then what else was my other question? Oh, I wanted to ask like about your test group experience too. Like what, I know like test groups are kind of hush hush when you're in them, but anything like you can tell us about it, or like how it went, or?
We got like videos, I think every week it was, of what we could come on like this with Megan and ask her questions. So that was really cool. And then we got input too. Like that didn't flow very well. So we don't even know some of the things that are going to come out because we're like, oh, that needs to be changed. Like that didn't work. She's like, okay. And then she changed it because they just started filming. So that was kind of cool because we actually kind of got to have some input on how it flowed. But it was cool because you have everyone doing, like, just like the boot camps, everyone doing the same program at once for the first time. We had couple personal calls with her, and then I think we had I think it was just with her we had calls with.
How many people were in the test group?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I know it's like,
I think it was like a couple hundred people. It seemed like a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know Dana has a question. She said, would you say this is for anyone? It's listed as a beginner on BOD? I'm kind of shocked with that, but would you agree with this?
I would say with the modifiers for sure, but like I said, I feel like people can be intimidated and get in their own head. I know even people from the test group going from MBF to MBFA, they struggled with the extra, like, I mean, it's only like 4 or 5 minutes extra, but the whole mindset behind it's advanced and it's harder was getting some people. But I think truly it's for anybody. The modifications make it for everybody. And she said they'll be right up next. They'll be shown constantly.
I did notice, at least in the sample workout they put out, and maybe this will change, like it was hard to see the modifier. Like
they said it should be more prominent
every once in a while.
They said it should be more prominent once the program is released, hopefully. But it's cool that it's all on Zoom like this. That's pretty cool.
All right, what other questions do you guys have for Kayla? Been pounding you with all the questions.
Hey Kayla. Well, I guess first I want to say that is awesome. You 16 pounds and how many inches did you say? Don't mind the
14 inches, yeah.
14, okay. That is awesome. Congratulations. That's so cool.
Thank you.
What would you say was like your heaviest weight you kind of went to?
I used 25s a lot, probably for the heavy. But there were some moves where I dropped down to like 10. I would say like, especially like leg day was mostly pretty much 25s.
Okay.
But that's comparable to what I would lift. Like when I did the prep, I used 25s on leg day. So it's comparable, I believe, to what I would normally do.
Okay. And those EMOMs, so like I don't know about any of you if you did try it, but so like squatting and then pushing them up and then squat. Oh my gosh, I mean, my legs were sore for at least 3 days. And then, because I was like, I haven't lifted since the boxing program. And then I just finished T20 last week and just been kind of doing T20, continuing it until this comes out. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I have not lifted weights in forever. This feels so hard, but so good. Because she was like, do 17. And the whole time I was just watching the little timer there at the corner. And I was like, okay, I have to get the same thing. I have to get the same thing. And the whole time I just felt so shaky. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. number whatever. And I was like, I did it. Oh. But are those like each day, or is it a specific day?
It's only on, I think it's Saturday's workout, and it's the whole Saturday's workout. It's either Saturdays or Fridays, but I'm pretty sure it's Saturdays because it's shorter.
Okay.
And then the whole time, it's every move is like that.
Okay.
The AMRAP is only on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's shorter, and it's at the end.
Okay. Cool.
Those were not my favorite.
Oh, really?
We shall do it. But I'm with you on that. I'm doing T22 and like, so I haven't done weights in a while. And I remember I did it Monday and I was still like hobbling on like Thursday. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Like what inner thighs.
What products did you use, Kayla?
I used Recover every day, even on Sunday with the recovery workout, and then Shakeology, Energize, and Hydrate. I believe that was it. Mm-hmm. But I think Recover is necessary for sure.
Mm-hmm. What's your plan with MBF? Are you launching it, like starting it tomorrow? Are you going to start it at the end of the month?
I really want to start it, but MBFA doesn't come out till like August sometime. So I'm scared. If you do it now, you'll have to do almost like 2 rounds of MBF. And I don't want to like burn myself out, like get sick of it by the time MBFA comes out. So I'll probably wait till the end of this month or beginning of next month after the customer
doing
launch.
It for the last few months.
Yeah, to give myself some time. But I miss following a program because I've been like jumping around this last week, and I can't not follow a program. So I don't know what I'll do in between then, but for now, I think I'm just gonna wait.
Awesome. What other questions, if any, do you guys have for Kayla? She's our MBF guru, so.
Hey, this might be a super dumb question, but we're doing the flash sale. We have the big group that everyone is in for the flash sale. And then everyone that buys it from that group, do you make your own challenge group and do that? And then like you all do it together? Or is that flash sale going to turn into a big challenge group? How does that work?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it'll all be different. That flash sale group will remain, is just that, the flash sale / like info group. Okay. I know my personal plan is like just to plug all the new people that sign up tomorrow in my current boot camp. And then I'm launching the MBF like official boot camp on the 27th when customers can get it. So my coaches that sign up tomorrow, if they purchase it tomorrow, they can start it whenever, but like my big official launch will be July 27th. And if they want to start over then with us, they can, or if they want to they'll be on week 3 or something like that. Or if they want to just redo it with us, they can.
How many weeks total is it again?
3.
It's 6 total.
Okay.
3, then 3, and then 3, and then so 6.
Okay.
No, not a dumb question at all. I know it's confusing with like the coaches get it first and then the
logistics of how this works. So speaking of, Kayla, I love that you just didn't even give people the choice. That did not cross my mind.
If they ask questions or try to go back against it, I'll say, okay, fine. But most of the time I just this is how I do it. This is how I sign them up. And if you don't like it, then we'll deal with it then, basically.
That's awesome. Because I tell people, like, you don't have to post about it. You don't have to sell it. You can literally just do it for the discount. Doesn't that sound awesome? And they're like, well, let me try to be a customer first. Let me just try this first, which is fine. But I love that.
It's free, so I do anything that's free for the first month.
What was that? Sorry?
It's free, so I would do anything free for a month. And that's the way I look at it. So I'm like, okay, you guys can do it too for free for just a month, and then if you can decide from there.
So I'm sorry, you can do what for free?
I mean, you can sign up for a coach for free if you get a challenge pack, And that makes essentially like your first month free. So that's why I look at it. I'll sign up for it if it was free.
If there's no business fee that month, is what
Yeah.
That $16 is what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't come out when you first sign up with a challenge pack.
Okay. Great. So you just buy the challenge pack. And then when you are sending the cart, the way that you sign them up as a coach is, and you highlight the coach instead of customer.
Yep.
Okay. And then I have like anxiety about signing up people as coaches because then I feel like I'm going to have to be their mentor. And Brooke, I feel like I'm constantly like asking you so many questions that I don't know the answers to. So how am I going to answer those questions to somebody else who like does want to build a business? So Kayla, how do you handle that? Do you just ask a ton of questions, like relay all your questions, or do you have a system?
I don't really have much of anything. I ask if they have any friends who want to do it with them after they sign up, and if they do, then I'm like, oh, we could put them under you and you guys could do it together type of thing. But for the most part, I don't have a system yet.
Okay.
So are you asking Katie how does Kayla find out answers?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know what my question is. I just have anxiety.
Well, there's people before you that have done it, so I would just go up from there. And that's how you learn too, is by keep asking questions.
True.
I would agree.
We have all those groups, like message chats and groups. And I don't know, have you ever seen like the FAQ area?
On Beachbody? Yeah.
Yes. Like that's
those are helpful.
like the search bar in our Team Heart and Hustle page. Or I used to utilize that when I was like in my coach's team page and really like starting out. I would search everything and I'd always find an answer usually. And if I couldn't, then I would always reach out to my coach or some other coaches that I knew were in the same area as me. So, but it's a learn as you go business. So don't be scared. Like that, I think that takes pressure off your new coaches too, because they see that like, oh, you don't know the answer, but you're gonna go find it out. Like, so they don't all need to know the answers of everything before they have coaches under them. Like,
yeah,
you just learn as you go.
Cool. Thanks, Kayla.
What other questions you guys have for Kayla?
It's supposed to release tonight also. I heard it releases at 9 p.m. Pacific time tonight.
Oh, wow. I keep hearing different. I hear like 11 a.m. tomorrow, 1 p.m. So
that's what I heard from, we have a group after the test group that I'm in, and then that's what they said. It was 9 p.m. So hopefully that's right.
I mean, it makes sense. So then people could just purchase it tonight and do it first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So I guess I have a question. So I don't have heavier weights yet, and they're kind of hard to come by right now. So if I did them with 5 and 8s, like, do you think it would be like, I don't know, like, do you think that would be fine, or do you feel like it would be kind of nothing, or?
I would try to do maybe more reps at a time than what she says, or even like slow and fast, like change the pace of them a little bit and do whatever feels challenging to you since you don't have the option of heavier weights. Because there's different ways instead of just lifting heavy to change the intensity of it.
Yeah, and you said you use 10s and 25s a lot?
Yeah, that for the most part.
Okay.
There really wasn't like a lot of in between. It was like 20, 25, or like 10 and 12 for me.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Welcome.
Just go lower in your squats and your lunges.
Yeah.
Any other thing for Kayla? Sweet. So Kayla, I always ask this, whoever speaks on our call, what is your next goal or end of year goal, puke goal, or anything like that?
I would love to be 2-star by the end of the year.
Awesome. Do you have girls, or like you obviously could get your husband a diamond? Do you have anyone else you think?
Not quite yet, but hopefully.
Hopefully
I've got some people that are in, with MBF coming out, hopefully.
That is awesome. Because now is a time, like, where those coaches will
To
pop
push.
because they'll become a coach. They'll fall in love with like everyone doing the same program at once. They'll see the community firsthand, and then they're like, okay, if she's doing it, I can do it. So like, I feel like this is a really exciting time for all those goals. So everyone has their list, right? If you're not working on a list, be working on a list because like you got to take advantage of this time.
No, what list? What list are we talking about?
An invite list of people.
Okay. Sorry, who you're inviting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you said what you're inviting.
Yes.
Who? Okay, got it.
Yes. And mine, like, I know everyone's been doing it like different. Mine is just so short and sweet to the point. It's, hey, I'm looking for girls to do a new fitness program with me. Would you want more info? Like, that's all my invite is saying. And I've gotten a lot of, sure, send me more info.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke, when they say, yes, send me more info, what is kind of like your next? Are you then like, oh, let me add you directly to this flash sale? I feel like I'm kind of not sure what the in-between is to get them to the flash sale.
I say I've been doing like 50 at least a day, so I can like stay in my sleep. Awesome. So after they say, so my invite is, I'll copy and paste it right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Kate,
Yeah, the Google Doc
for,
with your script was really helpful.
Yeah, and that's basically what it is. Hey, Kate, I'm looking for some people to test out a new fitness program with me. Might need to be for you. Open to hear more about it. Then I try and tie it, like if it's a Monday, I'll like say something like that, or it just was the 4th. So like making it more personal. And once they say, sure, I always go for their goals. So I just say, why isn't it working? Awesome. Oh, I sent it twice. I would love to tell you more. What would you say your main health and fitness goals are right now? So we're making small talk, we're building. And then once they kind of tell me what their goals are, then I send them this spiel with like their goal tied into it. So she told me that like I can't remember what her goal was in this. But then I send like the preview video of muscle burns fat and say like, what do you think? Look like something you want to do with me? And then from there, then I'll plug them into the group. So yeah, but I find like finding out that goal right away is so like, rather than just spitting out all this MBF is so big. Mm-hmm. One, it just kind of like pulls out the people who really do want to do it. So you're not just like wasting your time. And yeah, but there's no right or wrong way to do it. Like I've learned like how to do it. For me, I've learned how to do it just because I've talked to so many people.
Yeah.
The more you talk to people, the more you'll realize like, oh, that didn't work. Oh, well, that kind of worked. Maybe I'll stick with that.
So I have a question. I sent out a lot of invites towards the very end of June. Do you feel like it's okay to just still drop it in their inbox, even if they didn't respond in the end of June, like, or is that too soon?
I wouldn't think so. It's I would just look at it. It is a brand new program. You do not know who is interested or needing it or what.
Did you do for MBF or just like in general?
I just did it in general because I felt like.
Yeah, I would definitely do it again then.
Okay.
And there's always just something exciting. Most likely they've been probably watching your stories and your posts. Like they know something new is coming. So I always just feel like people get more excited or want to hear more about something new rather than just another challenge group. I don't know.
Kayla, do you feel like guys would like this program? Because I have a lot of guys that watch my stuff and I'm like so afraid to invite them.
Oh yeah, I think so. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I never talk to guys. I probably should.
It's so weird. Like I feel like all of my gym stuff is so girly, so I try to like think of like how could I tailor this if like someone were to join in, but I don't know.
I know.
I get a lot of like, oh, you're so inspirational, and I'm like, thanks, but are you flirting with me? It's so awkward.
Guys tell you're so inspirational?
Yeah, like guys from high school, it's so awkward.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute though.
That is cute.
Oh.
They're probably like proud of you. Like, dang, look at this girl.
I think that's awesome. I was looking at who watches my stories like yesterday, and I think it was all girls. I don't think any boys watch me.
I
Which is
wish
fine.
mine was that way because I feel like it would make things easier for me and not as scary.
Anytime I see a guy watching, I'm like, what are you doing watching me? Like, stop it.
Oh yeah, there's weirdos too.
Yeah.
But I know Haley, and I don't know if you can talk right now. I know your husband do you think he's gonna do the MBF, or does it look like his style, or he's like, no?
No, he's doing it. He's ready. Yeah, he just want, the guy, he's kind of just chill, do whatever I do. So
Her husband is like doing everything with her, has already got 2 or 3 coaches under him too,
yeah.
where he has done the work.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Wow.
How are you doing this? This is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's doing good. He's being nosy back to like, what's my name being said for?
We're talking about you, Adam.
Yes.
We'll highlight him tomorrow on our team page. Shout him out.
Oh, he'll blush.
Well, I guess if he's right there, I mean, what are some of like his tips for asking guys? Because I'm with Kelsey. My family owns a construction business.
Let me ask Adam, come here.
Like, hey, I saw you working out last night. Good for you. And then I'll start to talk about it. But then they're like, man, whatever. I think they just want to watch to be kind of creepers. But then I'll actually have people that are interested.
They're
So
actually,
what is,
the thing with guys, from what I'm picking up, at first they're going to be acting like, oh, macho, like, oh, I don't need that. I can just go to a gym. But until they start seeing the results, now they're backtracking a little bit. And it's kind of, but I'll let him answer those questions. Go ahead and ask him.
Hi, Adam.
For you. Go ahead and ask. I don't remember what the question was.
what do you, like, what would you suggest talking to guys that you have or being a guy? What would you, sorry, don't mind the dogs. What would you, I guess, suggest that you ask about it or kind of talk to them? Because I feel like
How
as ladies,
We don't-
maybe
we
have
don't talk to
different like
guys
health
very
needs
often.
versus.
It's more difficult because I like to just stick to the gym routine. They think that the home workouts are, that you can't get a good workout, I guess, at home, but that's totally not true that I've personally found.
So, like, what's made Scott, for one example, he wasn't interested, but now he is. What
Well,
made him change his mind?
A lot of that is gym memberships. There's quite a bit of cost in gym memberships, and they're getting a new house, so they're wanting to build a gym inside their basement. So I've been trying to push that on him a little bit, but
So how do you push it on him? Like, what do you talk about? How do you bring it up to a guy?
I've just been showing him what we do and some of my results, and he was pretty impressed. So I'm going to give him a sample of the Shakeology to try. Haven't done it yet because we've just been busy, but
Is it weird if a girl like would ask you, like bring it up to you, or is it like better? Do you feel like a guy to guy? Like we have a lot of us are talking, like we have a lot of guys kind of watching and maybe like would be great at this and interested, but like how it's kind of an awkward.
it's not really awkward. I've talked to girls at where I work about it, and they seem to have interest in it. That has, turned into me signing them up, but definitely there is some interest in it, and I've explained it to them. But
what would your advice be to girls? Like, if a guy was interested, how would we handle that? Like, what is a good way to bring it about to a man?
oh, for you guys to bring it up to the man, I don't know.
Sorry for putting you on the spot.
Send them your way, basically.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily. I mean, Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good.
On it.
Just, I can send you his before and after results, and you can just use him as an example of what it can do.
Yes,
Well,
that
I'm
would
just
be
thinking,
great.
like, we just need to post more of like guys' transformations too in our stories. I know I post all like girls.
Mhm.
I mean, that's where we can, if all of us have our husbands and the ones that are doing it, I think it'd be a good opportunity to show that, you know, they're doing too. Maybe could draw in a whole different, you know, group. You can start maybe seeing more guys, because there are more guys, I think, getting more interested in it.
What programs did you do, Adam?
So far I've done, well, several, I mean, it's been
A while ago.
probably the first of the year we did 21 Day Fix, and then we did 21 Day Fix Extreme. And then we kind of just transitioned into,
MBF.
no, we did 10 rounds.
Oh yeah, duh.
We
That's
did
what I
10
meant,
rounds, and then we started the work. I've been doing the work. And then Haley's excited about MBF, which I'll do that with her. But I plan to stick to the work still, so.
And we've done.
That's what my husband was doing.
And then I do switch throughout Lift 4 as well to get some of my, I like to work on my upper body more, but that's just me.
Do you think it would help if we said like some of these trainers train athletes, like professional athletes? Would that be like oh, that sounds cool for a guy?
Yeah. Yeah. I've, like Joel Freeman and what's the other? Amalio? I can't think of it.
The work.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
Amwala.
Amwala. Yeah. I've read into those guys, and they do quite a bit of A-list athletes, and obviously their physiques are crazy good, so. But yeah,
On the eyes. Let's just say that.
From what I've experienced, I feel like guys like to go more in depth with knowledge. So I feel like if you are trying to reach out for guys, from what I hear from him on a daily is, yeah, going into more detail about your trainers and what the program's about, because that's what they want to hear of more, what's in the depth of it, I guess. Not so much what it's going to work, but they want to know who's training it, what is their experience in it. You know what I mean? Just kind of like.
Not like the confidence and the energy levels and all the like emotional things that girls.
Yeah, and like the challenge group, even like, I don't know how much that would appeal to a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought of groups, but I don't have enough people under me yet to start one, I don't think.
You can start whenever.
You need one. You just need one.
One.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I mean, you do. But Gunnar, Rebecca, I know Gunnar does stuff too.
Yeah, he loves the programs, and we've kind of talked about maybe trying to do after MBF like a couples program, like having us both and kind of trying to do competition with like guys versus girls or something. I don't know, but I do feel like I need to put more videos of him on my Instagram because he loves the workouts and he'll talk about them with his friends and stuff, but he does more like behind the scenes stuff for my coaching. Like I make him like add new followers and connect with people, and like it's kind of entertaining. But yeah, I do want to invite guys more because a lot of our friends just our age are guys watching our stories because they're friends with both of us. So I feel like I should just reach out and be like, hey, I normally reach out to girls, but like Gunnar does these programs and love them, and like a lot of guys have gotten awesome results. Like, do you want to maybe get info on some of the programs? So I don't know if that could be a way to maybe invite them.
Even just thinking in that free Google Docs of all the free sample workouts, like it showed like the first one is like 6 weeks of the work, 10 rounds. Like I sent it to someone who was like freshly postpartum, and then I like looked at it and I'm like, oh my goodness, these are like really hard workouts. Like don't do those. But like that's a good resource to send to those guys of like, oh dang, that guy just like ripped me up in those 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Any other things or thoughts or questions? I know we're getting kind of 45 minutes in. I want to respect everybody's time.
I just have one more for Kayla. So if you're signing up with people as a coach for their first month, do you try to talk them into staying more? Do you use the discount? Like, how does that go? What if they try to drop off? How do you handle it?
I kind of just go based on what they want. Like if they don't like it, obviously I'm not going to push it on them and try to get them to do something else. Like my mother-in-law does it and she didn't like the Shakeology because it conflicted with summer medicine. So she orders beach bars. Or I had some people who didn't want to do Shakeology but loved Energize. So I would try and push them towards something like that before I let them go, basically.
Do you put, now I have a question. Do you put all your coaches in like a message chat, or do you have anything that you put all your new coaches on, or just our team page, or how do you
I put everyone on the team page and then I just message them individually.
Do you feel like
in case there are other conflicts? I don't want to put them on the spot in front of everybody.
Cassie just said it's live?
Nice. So
Awesome.
I'll go do the workout right now. I'm gonna need Energize to do that.
It's too late for Energize.
Kayla, how do you word things? So you say, I'm gonna sign you up as a coach. Your first month will be free. After that, there's a $16 a month fee. You just like lay it out, or is there a certain way that you kind of convince them that it's gonna be worth it? Stick around.
I wait until they're basically say like, yes, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I signed everyone up as a coach. It's free for the first month. So if you don't like it after that, we can talk from there. But if you like it, it's worth it. If you're going to get products, it's worth it to have the discount.
Yeah.
And I haven't really had anyone fuck me yet.
Cool.
So
you basically sell the discount?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, is it
And
20
then
or
later,
25?
like, they'll be
I've actually seen
25.
both places. 25%. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, ladies. Any last things? Nope. All right. Everyone get early access tomorrow, even if, like, I can't imagine this is not up your alley, but sometimes like programs I know aren't on everyone's, like it just doesn't look appealing, but even if you don't think you're going to do it or like it, you need to get early access and just try out a few workouts and show clips in your stories, because you never know who in your audience is going to love that or needs that program or needs something like it. So it's always beneficial to at least get it, try it out, showcase it, invite people to it. Even if like you're like, that's not for me, you still need to give people an opportunity to do it. So everyone get early access. Let's rock it. You can just sprinkle, if you're doing a current program, just sprinkle it into your current program, like one day a week or a few days a week, and start whenever. So thank you so much, Kayla. That was so helpful. And it made me pumped. So thanks for everyone jumping on the call. See you guys.
Bye.